Hey everyone, Rarity Dash here, and I'm back as promised with part 2 of my 30,000 subscribers special, picking up right where I left off with the other half of the Season 6 Totally Legit recap videos from DWK, who is a pretty cool guy. Not only did he make all this great content, but he also left a comment on the video for part 1, and said he liked the reaction, and yeah, just seemed like a pretty nice guy. So that's always cool. I love hearing back from the creators when they do find my reactions, especially if it's supportive, which it usually is. I've not really had any angry comments from creators, which is maybe just my good luck, but people usually seem pretty pleased with my reactions, which, yeah, that's something. You guys also seem to like the reaction. It was, yeah, pretty popular. Got lots of views, lots of likes. I think it's my most liked video since the last time I did Bronies React, so that's probably saying that this was a good pick for a subscriber special. It was something people really wanted to see and that they really appreciated. So that's cool. And I also really liked it. I mean, that's another important thing. The people who are comparing it to Horseshoe Reviews, I think you're onto something. It's got the same sort of drunken rambling feel to it, and also balanced with insightful points and a genuine respect and admiration for the show and understanding of what really makes it great. Only real difference is that this has a more consistent format and less obvious misanthropy. Which probably makes it a lot more palatable to some people, though for me, both are great. Anyway, really looking forward to looking at the second half of Season 6. In my opinion, MLP Season 6, the first half is a lot better than the second. I mean, the second half still has some pretty good episodes, but I think most of the really good episodes are in the first half. But I'm still really looking forward to seeing what he has to say about all of these, and just laughing a whole lot more. Hopefully this is as good as, yeah, yesterday's video was. Let's get started and find out. Okay, here we go. My Little Pony. Nice. Oh, Rarity. The ride never ends. Indeed.
Okay, so it's a school day in Ponyville, and Shirley's like, all right, guys, today we're going to learn physics. And Scoots is like, dude, I have an idea. Let's do literally anything else. And Shirley's like, all right, fuck it. Let's have a kart race. We can charge for tickets, and I'll use the money to pay for all the Valium I have to take just to do this job. We'll have 3 awards.
What is this,
Fastest
UFP?
Kart, most boring
Shirley?
kart, and sexiest kart. Also, you can each pick an adult
Most
to help
boring.
you. So, Sweetie Bee, Scootaloo, and Apple Bloom meet up after class, and Scoots is like, you know, guys, I feel like it seems really obvious which of those awards each of us should go for, but why don't we mix it up this time? And Sweetie's like, yeah, we should branch out and develop multifaceted interests and personalities so that we can grow up to be well-rounded, interesting people like our big sisters. And AB's like, wow, guys, we're being mature as fuck. They're gonna be so proud of us. And the adults are like, gotta go fast, gotta be fabulous, apples, apples, apples. And hijack the entire deal because Rarity wants to fix her childhood, AJ never had a childhood and doesn't think her sister should either, and Rainbow just has to go fast. How does a pony lift a dumbbell? So the CMCs each go to their respective sisters, and they're all like, hey,
I love his take on Rainbow Dash.
And try new things, so maybe you guys can, back off a little, you know? And Rarity's like, darling, bro,
soon.
I gotta win that sexy card award.
Agreed. How could you?
But can you imagine if I didn't win the most creative now? Ponies might stop buying my couture.
You mean ponies like the ones you kicked out of your boutique earlier so you could appropriate your sister's school project? Those kind of ponies. Also, I lost to that retarded girl, and it's slowly been whittling away at my self-esteem for the past 20 years. Rarity, don't call her retarded. Oh, Sweetie Belle, there's no one around. Oh, look. Scootaloo's a chicken. It's a fandom reference. Dude, that was fucking hilarious in 2011. Come on, DHX.
Wow.
If you're gonna pander,
agreed.
we need some fresher memes. The ones you're using
Chicken
are
is
way
overdone.
too dank. Memes are not like whiskey. They do not get better with age. Trust me, I consume a massive amount of both. I don't think paint works
I believe it.
I don't, that's
Yeah,
not,
it
that's
really
not how
doesn't.
paint works. Oh, my goodness, Cheerily Sensei. What are you,
Oh, yes, that's the best part of the
what are you
episode.
trying to do to me? Oh, yeah, baby, you blow that horn. Blow it nice and hard. I got a horn.
I forgot
Right
about
here.
that,
Guys,
but that
Cheerly's
is...
making me really horny.
Wow.
Guys. Was that
Wow.
enough jokes about the horn? I can come up with more. Just give me a minute. I think musical numbers while driving should be a punishable offense in Equestria simply because of how likely it is to happen. Ponies don't drive often, but on the rare occasions that they do, there's a pretty fucking good chance they'll also be singing. Okay,
Yeah.
you just lived through a
does
20-car
seem that
fucking
way.
pileup and you're mad that your carts are wrecked? You all could have died. It's a fucking miracle that nobody broke a leg or some shit. What if one of the CMCs got their
point.
spine shattered and ended up being a quadriplegic for the rest of their lives? Would that get your fucking attention? Haha, yeah, Scootaloo can't fly. Wouldn't it be funny if she couldn't fucking walk either? You're all irresponsible,
that would be
self-centered,
terrible.
narcissistic jackasses, and because of that, I have never related to you more. Anyway,
Wow.
the Phillies are like, you know what? Fuck you guys. We just asked for your help so we could have some fun, and you made it about you. It's always about you guys. You're a bunch of self-important control freaks, and you fucked up everyone's day because you can't contain your massive egos. And Dash is like, well, why didn't you stop us? We tried, but you ignored it and just kept talking over us. I mean, what's wrong with you? Exactly like that. Like, do you
Yeah.
just blindly assume that adults are right and follow along with whatever they say? But that's what you and every other adult always says we should do. Yeah, and obviously we're full of shit. There's your lesson for the week. This is your fault for being obedient and respectful.
Good lesson.
Okay, how old is Cheerily? Like, check this out.
I sure am glad Miss Cheerily agreed to run the
I-
race over again.
Even AJ calls her Miss Cheerily like the kids do, and I get the impression
She's the
that
same
these
age as
three
Rarity,
were
though, I think.
probably in her class back in the day. And all I can say is
At
this
least
just
going by
makes
that one
that
flashback
cheerleader
scene.
outfit even hotter. Anyway, they do the race again because, you know, that happens all the time in real life, right? Your big event turned into a
Applejack's
giant
just being
clusterfuck.
respectful.
Oh, okay, we'll just do the whole thing over so everyone's happy. And Rarity's like, you know, guys, I really did learn something today. When adults commandeer something that's made for kids and take it too seriously, it ruins it for everyone. Besides, we don't need to do that kind of thing. We're successful, well-functioning people with rewarding careers and prominent places in our community.
Nicely
it's not like we
put.
need to cling to our childhoods by taking an obsessive interest in stuff that's designed for a younger generation. That just ends up making us look like a bunch of weird
No one
losers.
ever does
And they're
that.
like, you said it, bro. Now let's do what adults are supposed to do at school events. Sit on the sidelines and get drunk.
Yeah. Oh, yes, this episode.
Holy shit, it's pony time! So, Fluttershy's walking through the Everfree Forest in the middle of the night, and she's like, damn, dude, I hope nothing scary happens. Well, smack my ass and call me Judy. Something scary happens right then. You can't make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. And be still my fucking heart, who's behind this latest palpitation
Who's
in
that?
poor Butter's ever-shortening life expectancy? It's Rainbow Dash. Oh, Dash, you psychotic, heartless bitch. That is so something you would do.
No, we can't prank Fluttershy. I mean, she's so sensitive.
Exactly.
We're almost harmless prank. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're
Still pisses me off.
Huh. Whatever. And Flutter's is like, wow, dude, you almost killed me, so I hope you enjoyed that. And Dash is like, nah.
You guys
not
spent a
really.
little bit
So,
more
it's the next
time
day,
on that
and
point
the
in
girls
my
are
review.
holding their monthly Rainbow is doing something retarded, and we have to stop her before she hurts someone intervention. And Dash is like, I mean, come on, Fluttershy, why would you hate being scared so much? It's not like that's one of your defining personality traits or anything. And AJ's like, God damn it, Rainbow, we've been dealing with your shit for so long that your normal level of cuntiness doesn't even register anymore. The fact that we're all this pissed off should tell you something. Yeah, it tells me that myth about chicks' periods syncing up when they live together is totally true. And Twilight's like... And AJ's like, okay, meeting adjourned. We'll continue this somewhere else. Twilight, sort your fucking diet out. Good God. But my doctor said eating lots of beans and legumes would... Oh God, it's in my throat. So, while the Friendship Castle is airing out, Dash decides
was
to
very well
terrorize the
done.
citizens of Ponyville because property damage, bodily harm, and reckless endangerment are funny, right? Throwing your friend's bed in a mud pit? Hilarious. Trying to break someone's teeth? That's a knee slapper. Thank God this boulder didn't tip over and crush Big Mac. Now he just has to spend the afternoon removing all the debris that got stuck in his crotch when he got dragged down that hill. Totally epic. Nothing says comedy like a few splinters lodged in your scrotum. So, Twiggles and literally everyone else are like, yo, Pinky, this situation's getting spooky, bro. Oh, come on, guys. Dashy's just being a big pain in the ass. This is par for the course. And Rarity's like, dude, darling, we think it's worse than that. We think she's acting out of character. And Pinky's like, you guys, don't say that. You know, I mean, maybe she's going through some personal stuff and doesn't have a healthy stress outlet. We can't jump to conclusions. And Twice's like, bro, we don't like it either, but you know this is how it starts. If we don't nip this in the bud, pretty soon she'll devolve into an insufferable caricature of herself and we'll have to put her down. This has to stop now for Dash's own sake, and you're the only one who can pull it off. Fine, I'll do it. May the old gods have mercy on our souls. So for our next prank, Dash is gonna trick the entire town into eating her rainbow juice by sabotaging the local supply of Girl Scout cookies and then watch them through their bedroom windows. Oh yeah, no, that's not completely fucked or anything. This is what happens when you hang around Fleetfoot too much. Are clearly a bad influence on Dash. He's become an even bigger asshole and has also developed some kind of obscure fetish. Even more unfortunately, the tainted cookies give everyone the blue waffle plague, which turns them into zombies. And yep, more zombies. They were clearly really amped about this idea. We get it. And just when Dashy is about to get all her rainbow juice sucked out right from the source, they're all like, hey, it was just a prank, bro. And she's like, wait, what? What the dick flicking fuck is wrong with you guys? Why would you do this to me? And AJ's like, well, you were being a massive tool, so we decided to give you a taste of your own medicine. Simple as that. No, fuck you, man. Okay, I'll admit maybe I got a little carried away, but you just made me think I killed everyone I ever cared about. Exactly. You're acting completely out of character, and you know what happens to cartoon characters who go down that route. We only pretended to be soulless abominations to stop you from becoming one. But isn't tricking me into thinking I'd inadvertently murdered all my friends completely out of character for you guys? Yeah. I mean, other than that one time, didn't we used to fix these situations by being honest and open about our feelings instead of psychologically tormenting each other? Oh, fuck, she's right. What have we become? Who are we? I don't know. We're all dead inside. We really are zombies. No, please don't say that. We can still fix this. God has forsaken us. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real.
That was perfect. Very similar to my own review in terms of points made. He just did it a lot funnier than I did. Probably my favorite one yet there. Just because of how much I agree.
Alright, so we're back on the old E train, and Twiggy's like, wow, Starlight, I'm so excited to go to the Crystal Empire and visit my brother Shining Armor and his wife Princess Cadence. And I can't wait to see my niece Flurry Heart, who is also their daughter. And Gloomy's like, dude, why are you talking to me like I had a stroke recently? Then she notices this handsome, mysterious gentleman riding with them, and she's like, hey bro, what's up? You looking for a good time?
Gotta love exposition.
Turn this boring train ride into a nice little cruise. Don't worry about my friend. She loves to watch. God damn it, Starlight, it's me, Spike. I know it is. And from that day forward, by a mandate of Princess Twilight, the Friendship Express was no longer allowed to serve hard liquor. So they roll up in Sea-Town, and despite how high the bar is set, the Crystal Ponies seem to be acting a little off. But that doesn't stop Spike from getting covered in bitches. And some dudes, too. Not judging. Man, there's definitely something going on here because everyone's acting like we're in The Thing. And Candy's like, there's only one way to know if you're really Twilight.
Sunshine, sunshine, ladybugs lick. Clap your hooves and do a little shake.
I love how in Equestria, two grown-ass adults can just do this in public and nobody says anything. Anyway, so there's supposedly a changeling lurking around the Empire, and Candy's like, changelings are bad, dude. They fucked up my wedding, they fucked up Canterlot, and they fucked my husband. And Shiny's like, no, that last part didn't happen. Oh, okay, sure. So just happened to develop a bunch of weird fetishes right after Chrysalis impersonated me. Seems totally legit. And Sunburst's just like, yeah, dude, changelings feed off love and blah, 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 blah. And Gloomy's like, okay, really, did I have a stroke? Like, who are you guys explaining this to? So Spike is yelling at a rock, which is something I've done more times than I care to admit, when suddenly he falls into a secret plot cave, and what do you know? There's actually a changeling.
It's okay. I know you don't want to be friends.
So wait, hold on a sec. Just hold on. Okay. Up until now, the only changeling we've ever heard speak is Chrissy, and she has this weird multitonal vocoder voice.
Yeah.
Now, I felt it reasonable to assume that that's what changelings sound like, because they're like weird, creepy bug thingies. But then dude here sounds like a completely normal guy. He sounds like his name should be Steve. So, like, does that mean Queenie over here
Maybe
is the
be a
only
better
one with
name,
creepy
even.
voice? Does she
Thorax.
naturally sound like that, or is it some weird changeling vocal cord fuckery she does on purpose to try to sound intimidating? This one little incongruency raises so many questions, and my desire to see Chrysalis again is raging harder than ever.
Well,
I'm not even building up to a joke
about
here.
that.
I just want to know. God damn it, LP, I've been waiting 4 years for more Chrissy, and you keep giving me these tiny little tastes, but it's never anything substantial. You're a bigger cock tease than Glimmer. Anyway, despite being a changeling, Steve is actually a really cool guy. He's just beta as fuck, and he can't make
And we're
friends
calling
or
him
get
Steve.
any
That's
action.
cool.
And Spike's like, bruh, don't even worry. I'm friends with everyone, and bitches love me. Let me just go hype you up, and by the time you roll through the Crystal Empire, they'll be crawling all over you. So Spike goes back to Sea-Town, and he's like, dude, everything's cool. The changeling's actually a total bro. I'll just bring him over and we can all hang out. And Shiny's like, man, changelings kidnapped my fiance and sexually confused me, so you better fuck right off. All kidding aside, I can't blame him for being racist. I mean, more than anyone else involved in this situation, Shining Armor has a legitimate reason to hate changelings. He's not just being douchey for the sake of the plot. Changelings actually did something pretty fucking horrible to him and his wife.
Yeah,
and yeah,
that's
you
a good
could
point.
argue that maybe he should trust Spike, but at the same time, his personal experience justifies his prejudice, and moreover, he has a family to protect. We've got a bird's eye view of the situation, so we know Spike is right, but if I was Shining Armor, I would probably act the same way. Anyway, enough of that shit. What kind of nerd analyzes character motivations in MLP? So, Spike changes tactics, and he's like, yo, Steve, I just realized
Yeah,
you're
what
a
kind?
changeling, dude. Just pretend to be a pony and come kick it. I'll be your wingman all the way, bro. All right, how's this? Couldn't you look a little more manly? I could. but
Yeah.
It feels disingenuous. No offense, dude, but you're kind of a huge puss. So, I go downtown, and Spike shows Steve how to have the bants and chat up the hotties. And Candy's like, hey, new guy, you seem cool. Go ahead and touch my kid. It's not weird unless you make it. Unfortunately, Steve makes it really fucking weird, and just when he needs a homie to get his back the most, Spike bitches out. And that's when our little dragon bro suffers another one of those cruel epiphanies that we jokingly call life lessons. Other people's respect doesn't mean anything if you know you're an asshole, and even if standing up for a friend might mean ruining your life, it's still better than hating yourself. So he's like, dude,
Yeah.
Steve, I fucked up. Nah, man, it's cool. I'll just stay in this cave and jack off forever. Nah, man, I can't let you do that. If you're gonna stay in one room and masturbate for the rest of your life, you might as well kill yourself. So they go
Wow.
back to see the dudes, and everyone's like, hey, it's that guy. Fuck that guy. And Spike's like, nah, dude. Fuck me. I thought I was a cool guy just because I was popular, and I got so drunk on all this crystal puss that I let my homeboy down. Steve is my friend, and if you don't like him, blow
Such
me.
eloquence.
Next time any of you motherfuckers feel like talking shit about Spike, ask yourself, would you belt out a ballad in front of a crowd of angry people just to save your buddy's ass? And Twiggles is all, you know what, Steve? If Spike's vouching for you, then as far as I'm concerned, we're good. Pound it. Dude, Spike, I am so proud of you, man. Bros before hoes is a hard lesson to learn. Yeah, man, I just wish I didn't have to hurt my friend to learn it. Don't be too hard on yourself, dude. He's happy, so no harm, no foul. I mean, it's not like you started fucking his brother and then didn't tell him about it till the wedding. Now, if you did something like that, then yeah, he'd probably secretly hate you forever, but like, who would be that much of a tool?
Give me money. Yeah. Well, not undeserved. These are quality
No, man,
entertainment.
I'm not doing a song cover this time. This asshole doesn't deserve it. Okay, so apparently you guys think I'm an episode reviewer or, God forbid, an analyst now. Yeah, EQD puts me in their review posts. So
Yeah,
it must be
it's
true,
An
right?
odd fit.
Gets me so many views. You keep doing that. Oh, you keep doing that. I just wanted to make fun, irreverent pony videos, but no, you had to take everything so goddamn seriously and it dragged me down to your level. Look, I'm not qualified to analyze anything. You're talking to a guy who thinks that beer is a food group and that morphine is an acceptable cold medicine. I'm not even mentally competent enough to drive a car 75% of the time, and the other 35%,
that was adorable.
I'm asleep. But hey, I just realized something. You're on YouTube looking for videos of full-grown adults reviewing a little girl's cartoon about magical talking ponies that you probably also masturbate to. You're at least as fucked up as me. So hey, you want some analysis? Challenge accepted. Gather around, kiddies, because your Uncle DWK is gonna give you so much analysis that you'll be walking funny for a week. Specifically, I'm gonna drill you about why I don't like Discord. Now, if you've listened to my drunken rambling videos,
we disagree on finally,
then you may have surmised that I have a certain fondness for those characters in this show who have seen the error of their ways. At this point, we've got no shortage of antagonists who have turned over a new leaf, but if we're just talking about full-on villains, then we've had three major reformations. Shimmy, Glimmy, and Discord. So, I am a massive fan of the Equestria Girls franchise, and there are a lot of reasons why, but if you ask me to pick one,
at least he's honest.
I wouldn't hesitate for a second to point you towards Sunset Shimmer. Shimmy is unequivocally our best case scenario when talking about a reformed character. Now, I could ramble on forever about Sunset, and I already have, so I will make this as concise as possible. Not only does Shimmy admit that she's wrong at the end of EQG, over the course of the next 2 movies, she redeems herself. If helping to defeat the sirens at the end of Rainbow Rocks wasn't enough, Friendship Game sees our former flaming succubus transformed into a fucking friendship seraphim. She is more than just a convert to the magic of friendship. She has become a full-on master of it and has taken on the task of guiding lost souls, like our dear Saitwai here, down the same path. Then there's Glimmy. She and Sunset are pretty similar, not in their goals or even their methods, but in their end results. They both fucked up really bad, hurt a lot of people, and ended up feeling awful about it. They're both actively working to atone for past actions, and the only real difference between these two is that Glims hasn't had her time yet. Whereas Sunset's had these big moments where her efforts towards good have blown anything bad she ever did completely out of the water. Glimmy hasn't quite hit her stride like that. She's definitely struggles a bit more. She's made some big steps, and I wouldn't be surprised if she got that badass moment in the season 6 finale. But right now, she's reformed and on her way to the big redemption. I think you can tell that these two get my metaphorical dick rocked fucking hard. So why is it that when we get to Discord, our third major reformed villain, I just gotta roll my eyes and wait for the next episode? The answer is really easy. Discord is a fucking asshole. I won't in any way deny that he was fantastic as a legitimate bad guy, or that he was interesting back in Keep Calm and Flutter On when his relationship with Fluttershy was developing. And I know that John Delancey's voice gets all you ladies slick in your nether regions. I mean, hey, I'm about as straight as a guy who's obsessed with MLP can be, and it gives me a half staff sometimes. Wow. Anyway, I had high hopes for Discord after season 3, but all I see when I look at this guy now is a lazy tool. Yeah, he's no longer actively trying to destroy the world, but he's just coasting. He's never attempted to make any kind of practical amends for his previous behavior like Glimmy has, and I think the idea of him completing a redemption arc like Sunset's is completely off the table at this point. But bro, you say, he's admitted to being a dick a couple times. In fact, he apologized in this episode. And I say, yeah, dude, that's great, but there's a difference between admitting you're a dick and actually not being one anymore. Discord is a lonely, insecure man-child who thinks he's the smartest guy in the room and that he's the puppet master who's pulling all the strings, until his transparent attempts at manipulating people backfire and he ends up sulking in a corner or forcing out apologies if he has to. He only feels bad when everyone finally gets so sick of his shit that the only choice is between fucking off or saying he's sorry. And that's exactly what he does to Spike and Big Mac in this episode. He acts like a smartass, throws a hissy fit because he literally can't handle the bants, and then he gets all pouty when they kick him out. Now, the guys end up having a good time in the end, but it's not because Discord's changed. It just so happens that being a histrionic, controlling narcissist who can't do anything without causing drama makes him the most god-tier GM ever. At the very best, he's found a situation where his shitty personality is actually useful. Anyway, the reason I don't pop boner for Discord like I do for these two is that he doesn't evolve. Shimmy and Glimmy's story arcs aren't just about reformation, but redemption. They're making the effort to scrape their way up out of the respective holes they dug and prove themselves to be good people. The only thing Discord wants to prove is that he's cooler and smarter than everyone else, and he fails at it every time. That kind of character doesn't interest me in the slightest because I spend enough of my life being a douchebag and I have no desire to watch someone else do it. I have no inherent problem with Discord. I just don't see him making any effort to be a nice guy, and like everyone else, I'm getting sick of his shit. I promise you that as soon as he takes a legitimate stab at self-improvement, I'll be sucking his dick just as hard as Sunset and Starlights. So there, I made an analytical video, and as you know, having just watched it, it was shit. It's not gonna happen again. We will return to our regularly scheduled nonsense next week.
Yeah, the regular ones are a little better, but that was still interesting. Shim sham all of the glim glams.
All right, so AJ and Dashi are gearing up for this year's pony Quidditch competition with Appaloosa, and they're making Butterball and Ponkers help them practice because they needed two more people, but they could only afford one more voice actor, and Rarity and Luna already said no. And Pinky and Fluttershy are like, guys, there's no such thing as pony Quidditch. You're making this shit up. And Dash is like, no, I promise.
At least acknowledge that Rarity wasn't in the episode.
We're totally gonna make this a thing. And Fluttershy's like,
I'm not the only one
dude, there's like lots of actual sports. You know, you could do one of those, and then there would be people who actually play the sport that you could practice with instead of dragging us into it. Jesus, Fluttershy, why do you have to be such a downer? Oh my god, because, dude, like, you guys are all normal, functional people who are capable of enjoying spontaneity. I just want to stay at my house and have tea with some fucking woodland critters. You're welcome to drop by, but whenever you do, it's because we gotta save the world, or I gotta go to the ass end of Equestria and make some crazy retards I've never met stop screaming at each other. And you know what? It's my own fault. I'm just incapable of saying no because I'm too nice. I'm just too goddamn fucking nice. Oh my god, dude, we get it. Just shut the fuck up.
Wow.
Oh my god, Pinkie Pie. You know, there are some things in this world that just inexplicably make life feel worthwhile, and for me, this right here is one of them.
Yeah,
anyway,
that's pretty great.
AJ's like, all right, guys, Pony Quidditch is a simple game. Every team has an Earth Pony, a Pegasus, and a Unicorn. Now, it definitely involves a ball and a basket in some fashion, but that's all up for interpretation. The only major rule is that you have to be an unexpectedly talented sports prodigy. See this line here? The court is divided into right field and left field. As long as all your skill at the game comes completely out of left field, you're doing it right. Everyone get it? Yep, I get it.
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Anyway, Shutterblush and Pink Ponk are surprisingly good at the game by virtue of being surprisingly good at the game. So these two decide to enter them into the competition as a team, and they take them aside for some one-on-one training. And Dashy's like, all right, Fluttershy, the other important aspect of Pony Quidditch is meme face. Now, as we all know, I am the meme face champion of the world, but since you're taking my place on the team, we're counting on you. Okay,
Fluttershy does have some great meme faces in this
and number
episode.
2, I refuse because meme faces are cancer. Dude, that's nonsense. Does this look like cancer to you? Exactly. Now show me what you got. Okay, good start. Eyebrow height and small pupils are a must, and the grimace is a nice touch, but I know you can do more. All right, now we've got some lower lid twitch and more teeth. You're almost there. there. Reach down into your soul and unleash your inner reaction image.
Just wait,
Ladies and
Rainbow.
gentlemen, we have a meme face. You really are a prodigy, Fluttershy.
And not even the best one in the
Offset or
episode.
lip bite are techniques normally reserved for only the most advanced meme masters. Now let's caption that shit.
Wow.
So Butterbutt and Poofy meet up after the training, and Shy's like, dude, Dash is trying to force memes. I don't want to be a part of this. And Pinky's all, man, Applejack just beat me
Nothing
with a
worse
fire
than forced
poker and
memes.
said if we didn't win, I'd find out why Big Mac never talks. You know what, dude? Let's just not even worry about this. It's just Dash and AJ. I guarantee you nobody else gives a fuck. Yeah, I mean, who could possibly care about a fake sport with poorly defined rules that's more about showing off meme faces than actual competition? Oh. So it turns out everybody gives a fuck.
People, wow.
And AJ's like,
We wanted to make sure you two knew that all of Ponyville was behind you.
and Pinky's like, yep, it definitely feels like that. Right behind me, just ramming it in. And so Fluttershy's all, God damn it, Dash, you can't force
There's
people to
the one.
make meme faces. Yeah, you get a bunch of retards and new
All of
fags
the
riled
meme
up, but you'll end
faces.
up pissing off your friends and looking like an asshole to anyone who's watching. And Dash is like, holy shit, bro, those were the best meme
Exactly.
faces I've ever seen. Wait, really? I wasn't even trying. Wow, dude. It's almost like the greatest memes only happen when you're not trying to make them. And Snails is like,
Wow.
hey, Dash,
Well
can I
said.
be done for now? My tongue's numb. So they go to Appaloosa and they win the big
what
game
were
or
you
whatever.
doing,
And
Snails?
Brayburn's like, wow, Applejack, I never thought I'd meet anyone who was better than me at playing with balls. And Pinky's
Wow.
like, you know what, guys? I just realized something. It doesn't matter if you're good at the game or not, as long as you're making dank memes. And Fluttershy's like,
Indeed.
yep, you said it, Pinky. Now let's all go home and drink some bleach.
Great ending. And that one again. Okay.
Okay, so the CMCs are at these preppy fucks' house charging them $35 an hour for a cutie mark consultation and knocking back a few Irish coffees. And this fucking chick is like, oh man,
they're a little
we're
too
kinda
young for that.
freaking out about our daughter's spooky cutie mark. Like, what do you think it means? Now, obviously, AB and Sweets were already giving these two the old Costanza eye because you gotta figure that any adults who come to a couple of 12-year-olds for parenting advice might not be the sharpest tack. And AB's
Good
like,
point.
dude, have you ever, like, met your daughter? What do you mean? I don't know. I mean, I'm an orphan myself, so what do I know, right? But generally, I get this impression that when people have kids, sometimes they, talk to them. Like, hey, child I gave birth to, what's going on with you? Got any hobbies? Crazy as it sounds, some of these people...
I think I brought up this point myself.
Actually do this on a regular basis so that when the child...
It's weird that they have no idea.
I don't know,
It
goes
really
through some
is.
kind of personal rite of passage that essentially determines what she's going to be doing for the rest of her life, they can be like, oh, hey, congrats on being good at that thing you like that we totally know about. Now, I'm not knocking you guys or anything. I'm sure you got lots of dinner parties and wine tastings and school reunions to go to, and I mean, priorities, am I right? But can't you recall maybe ever having a passing conversation with your daughter that didn't revolve around who's taking care of her for the evening? To put that more succinctly, you're shitty people. That's what I was going for. Anyway, the girls are swaggering around the town, just having the bants and giving each other props because they aren't even teenagers yet and they're already running a business. And Scooter was like,
Yeah,
wow,
that
dude, we're
is pretty impressive.
Awesome. I mean,
Indeed.
there are people twice their age who haven't accomplished half of what we've done and never will because they're broken messes of emotional confusion who spend their entire adult lives trying to escape reality through counterculture, nostalgia, and weird obsessions. And
Wow.
Applejack's like, that was an oddly specific example, but I agree. And Sweetie's all, yeah, man, we're great and all,
Touches
but I
pretty
just
close
can't
to
shake
home
this
for a lot of
feeling that
people, I
something
think.
unusual is about to happen that'll put all this knowledge and confidence we've earned to the test. What makes you say that? I don't know, dude. It's just this weird vibe I get a couple times a year, and it always happens on a Saturday, oddly enough. And Scoots is like, dude, check it out. That bird has a cat's ass. So Sweetie's like, man, maybe we should go hang out somewhere else. I mean, griffins are shitty people. Dude, that's racist. It's not racist if it's just fucking true. Then this happens.
The Cutie Mark Crusaders! I can't believe it's really you!
Oh, Gabby.
And so we see how right Sweetie was as this vicious beast violates the poor fillies in a merciless act of non-consensual hugging. So this is Gabby, a charming young Moe catbird with a heart of gold who's come to Ponyland in search of some expert advice.
Indeed she is.
And she's like, oh my god, you guys, I am so stoked to be here. You ponies spread compassion like it's herpes or something, and I want you to give me one of your tramp stamps so that I can find my purpose in life. Dude, what kind of operation do you think we're running here? If you want a tattoo, go to a tattoo parlor. If you want a venereal disease, go see Vinyl Scratch. Sorry, dude, I used some bad analogies there. It's from being around Griffins all the time. Most of us are shitty people. I fucking told you, Apple Bloom. Anyway, I just think ponies are so nice, and I want to be just like you guys, and it's become my dream in life to get a cutie mark so I can... Not gonna happen, bro. You're a Griffin. Dude, that felt kind of racist. She's just like that sometimes. I'm sorry. Sorry, bro. I didn't mean it like that. Give us a minute, and we'll go talk to our crazy friend who lives in a bigger treehouse. Apple Bloom, come here. So, Gabby bounces for a sec. And Scoots is like, dude, I got a bad feeling about this chick. She hugs too hard and uses the word toodles. This has a 50% chance of ending in all three of us gagged and chained to a radiator. And Twiggy's like, not gonna happen, bro. She's a fucking Griffin. See, Apple Bloom, if I'm racist, then so is the Princess of Friendship. I don't know what this is about, but get the fuck out of my house. So, the CMCs decide that even if Gabby can't get a cutie mark, they'll try to help her find a purpose in life because they're just sweet, kind little fillies like that. So, as it turns out, Gabby is pretty good at just about everything. Now, personally, I can absolutely relate to this because I have the same problem. You know, I've so much potential. Like, I'm great at so many things, and it affords me such a plethora of options that I'm constantly struggling to decide which of my many amazing talents I should dedicate my time to. It's a real conundrum, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, long story short, Catbird is good at everything, but she can't get a cutie mark because she's not a tiny horse. And she's like, dude, I give up. I'm just a basic bitch like every other Griffin. And Scoots is like, dude, Gabs, I know you think cutie marks are better than tits, but they really don't fucking matter, man. A cutie mark is just a trophy that says you did something. It's just an afterthought to the thing itself. People who are obsessed with representations of their accomplishments rather than the accomplishments themselves are vapid assholes. And trust me, we used to be vapid assholes. Especially Apple.
Very wisely said, Scoot.
Anyway, yeah, you don't need a tramp stamp to tell you what your purpose is. I know you said ponies spread compassion like it's herpes, but you didn't need anything from us. You had that herpes all along, and you've given it to everyone you've met. But hey, you're talking to the former vapid asshole support group, so we made you one just so you don't feel left out. We only figured out our purpose in life when we stopped trying so hard for a result and just started having fun with the process, you know? You obviously love helping people, so just do that, don't worry about anything else, and you might have a shot at the only result that matters. Dying without any regrets. Dude, you guys are really weird, but I fucking love you.
I know what it's like to do something that's out of reach. And just because it hasn't happened yet, doesn't mean it can't.
Cause it's gonna be the future soon, and now it won't always be this way.
Jonathan Colton.
And make me weak and strange, get engineered away.
Okay, so Twilight's like, all right, guys, you have to go to Las Pegasus. The map says so. And Fluttershy's like, but I don't wanna. And AJ's like, dude, can we like re-roll on this one? I mean,
re-roll?
Why us? We're not party people. Well, you just answered your own question. Out of the 6 of us, you're the only ones who won't spend the entire time dicking around. Rarity would go shopping or try to open another boutique. Dash and Pinky would end up in the hospital one way or another. And I get distracted by shiny things. Well, make Starlight do it. Starlight's an alcoholic. She'd probably die. So nobody likes that cunt. Fluttershy, what the fuck, dude? Anyway, it turns out that Las Pegasus is actually the multiverse's largest Chuck E. Cheese's, and it's owned by an Elvis impersonator pony. Because why not?
Thank you very much.
He's Pony Elvis, or Pelvis, as I call him. And Pelvis is like, hey, Applejack and Fluttershy, welcome to my drug-induced fever dream. I'm going to give you the VIP treatment. And I'm sitting here like, thank you. why doesn't this happen more often? Like, okay, obviously Twilight and her friendship squad live in Ponyville, so it makes sense that nobody fanboys over them there. But you'd think that when any of the main 6 went to other cities, people would stop and say, oh shit, it's those chicks. Like, okay, I get it. Equestria doesn't have 1,000 TV channels shoving famous people's faces down its citizens' throats 24 hours a day, but we know it has newspapers. You'd think saving the world half a dozen times would land your picture in the paper and that some ponies would recognize them, right? This question has been bothering me constantly for 5 years, and
it is pretty weird.
Now that I say that, I kind of want to kill myself. No matter how much I pretend it's true, self-awareness is not a get-out-of-autism-free card. Now, is it? I can say, oh, haha, look at me, I'm such a nerd as many times as I want, but at the end of the day, I'm a
just
grown
keep showing
man
that, Lyra.
whose entire life revolves around a 22-minute weekly toy commercial for little girls. Except when I'm watching anime.
Yeah.
And I go on YouTube and I'm like, hey guys,
me and
I'm
this
a
guy
giant
have
fucking
too much
faggot.
in common.
Can you believe what a fucking weird loser I am? And everyone's like, yep, you sure are. Here's some money. Now, a younger me would have been like, man, I've got 1,000 subs on YouTube. I'm a cool guy. But this broken man who is speaking to you right now knows the truth. I am that homeless guy with a guitar who sits on the corner singing the blues while people toss coins in his hat. There is literally no difference between what I do and what that guy does, except he's probably less depressing. We even do the same thing afterwards. At the end of the day, we take that money, go to the liquor store, and buy enough booze to make us forget about how pathetic our lives are. I am an internet hobo, a pony-loving internet hobo. There's no turning back. All we can do is see how deep the rabbit hole goes. Okay, excuse me. Now, I don't mean to co-opt one of Applejack's catchphrases, but what in fucking tarnation is going on here? This guy has a vagina on his chest. Okay, you know what this looks like? Have you ever dated a chick who only shaves her crotch like once every 2 weeks? Because this is about day 10 right here. All right, so it turns out Pelvis is a huge dick. I said is a huge dick. Get your mind out of the gutter. He basically plays he said, she said with all his employees to keep them hating each other, because anyone with self-esteem and healthy relationships in their life wouldn't work at a place where people get drunk and play skee-ball and DDR all day. Wait.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Is that a waifu machine? Like, you put money in and she'll tell you she loves you for 5 minutes?
I never noticed
this
that.
Existed, but if it did, I'd die in front of it. Oh, and hey, I guess we're just gonna put all the biggest dicks in Equestria in one place, because look who's working here. And once again, I'm saying that Flim and Flam are dicks. I'm not talking about their massive, throbbing, veiny... Anyway,
yeah, we get the picture.
Well, we found our friendship problem. And AJ's like, yep, let's help them all be friends again, except those two, because fuck those guys. And Flutters is like...
solving a friendship problem is important, no matter who's having it.
And I'm like, sorry, Butterball, but I have to respectfully disagree. At least for me, the importance of solving someone else's problems, which for the record is already extremely low across the board, tends to decrease exponentially for every time they've fucked me over. Anyway, I guess Fluttershy is just so nice, and AJ is just so freaking honest that neither of them can possibly conceive of how to expose this punk. So they have to fix these guys' deal just to enlist their help. So AJ's like, listen up, you motherfuckers. I know some guy told you that he said some shit and told you that he said some shit. Well, I'm here to tell you that that shit is bullshit. So stop arguing and help us ruin that guy's life. And they're like, seems legit. We good, bro? And so with Flim and Flam's help,
very
our two
effective
heroines execute the master plan. So Pelvis is like, who's that chick? And Flim is like, oh, that's Mary Marehood, the biggest pimp in all of Equestria. She's probably come here to try and steal your employees because, as you and I both know, even being a whore would be better than working for you. They try to trick him into confessing his evil ways, but he's all, fuck you, Fluttershy, you can't fool me. How did you know? Because it takes a pimp to know a pimp, and you ain't one, son. So AJ and Butters follow him to his office where he proceeds to tell them how retarded they are and how much he loves bending his employees over and ramming them in their pony pipes, and AJ's like, aha, we were only pretending to be retarded. Well, actually, we're pretty retarded, but you're even dumber because you didn't notice Fluttershy holding down this intercom button on your desk for the last 5 minutes. And so the jig is up and Pelvis leaves the building to throw himself off the edge of Las Pegasus, ending his life as nothing more than pony splatter on the ground miles below. And AJ's like, well guys, I think we all learned an important lesson today. It doesn't matter how many times a person's fucked you over. You can always set aside your differences if you need to do it to someone else.
What a lesson. And got some Elvis. Elvis for pelvis. Yeah?
Okay. So,
Love
Twiggy
that lyric.
Sparkles and Glamour Shot Glimmy are having their early morning magic sesh, and Twi's like, wow, Starlight, I haven't had magic workouts like this in years. I am really glad you're my friend. And Glimmy's like, I'm your best friend, right? Oh, come on, dude, you and the gals, you're all my best friends. Each of you gives me something that I can't get from anyone else. I could never say that one of you was my favorite or something. Okay, but like, what if we were on a sinking ship and you could only save one of us? Who would you pick? Don't worry, bro, I'd find a way to save you all. No, but I mean, if there was like no way, I'd find a way, man. Twilight, you can't always just pull something out of your ass and save everyone and get everything you want in every single situation. Life doesn't work like that. Actually, my life works exactly like that, so blow me. Anyway, Glim Glam is lying in bed playing with her balls and wondering how to make Twilight Sensei like her the best. And Spike's like, oh my god, dude, how many times do you expect me to believe one of your pubes just accidentally landed on my toothbrush? This shit's not funny anymore. Sorry, dude, they're like kids. Once they leave the nest, I got no control over them. But yeah, well, the only reason your hair can even do that is because of what I do to your conditioner bottle. Now, come on, Twilight wants to see you. So, they go see Twiggles, and she's like, all right, man, me and Spike have to go to Canterlot to attend a Pretty Pony Princess Symposium. There's vodka in the fridge and tendies in the freezer, so you should be
Sounds
fine
like
for
fun.
a day. Do your friendship homework and don't fuck up. Now, of course, Glimmy sees an opportunity here, so she invites the girls over, and she's like, all right, guys, today we're gonna do all your favorite, most cherished pastimes all at once. That way I can finish all my friendship homework and I can absorb your powers so Twilight will like me the best. And H is like, okay, so just to clarify, you don't care about spending time with us at all. You just want us to inconvenience ourselves for your own personal benefit. Exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. And Fluttershy's like, well, I can't really care for animals inside a castle, dude. They kind of like to be outside. And Rarity's all, darling, bro, I can't sew in the library. The lighting blows. And Dash is like, we can't hang out here. This place is fucking gay. And Pinky's like,
what is even wrong with you, Pinky? Yeah.
So Starlight bails and she's like, oh my god, what is wrong with these bitches? I'm trying to learn how to have healthy friendships and they're bringing their fucking feelings and personal preferences into it. How am I supposed to have friends if they won't do what I want them to? Oh wait, I remember. I'll use my old favorite spell from college, Rufius Catatonius. So everyone gets glammed and she's like, all right, you insolent shits, go do your favorite things. Oh, this is great. We have Pinkie Pie and her reality-bending spaghetti powers under the control of Starlight Gives No Fucks Glimmer. This is like when a kid finds his dad's gun and
moment from
thinks
Pinky
it's
in a while.
toy. Look at
It's
Rarity's
hilarious
serene,
animation.
vacuous expression. Listen to that even more careful than usual enunciation.
Whatever you want me to have in my mind, Starlight Glimmer.
It's like she's had a botched lobotomy and the real Rarity is inside screaming to get out.
Oh.
Glimmy, you know you're my soul sister and that I'm always pulling for you, so I don't say this lightly. I am calling shenanigans. Look, starting a cult and trying to destroy the world are mistakes we all make. It's just part of becoming an adult. But roofing my waifu is unacceptable. This is inexcusable
she's your
behavior.
waifu.
You are getting a big time out for this one, Missy. And a spanking. I am going to lift up your tail and smack your little pony butt cheeks until they're good and red and... Excuse me,
Okay. Yeah. Sure, that's a much needed intermission.
So, Glamour's like, dude, AJ, I don't have all day to listen to your dumb memories and life experiences. Just sum it up in one sentence. And so we buried our third sister under the hay pile in the back of the barn, and from that day on, Big Mac always locked his door at night and never slept on his back again. You know what? You can have one more sentence. Give me some context on that. It's exactly what it sounds like. And this happened, but I didn't scream because I'm a big boy. Anyway, I think we all know where this is going. Long story short, the Friendship Castle playset gets demolished, and AJ's like,
Big Mac told me with a whole lot of power comes a heck of a lot of responsibility.
and I'm like, Applejack, stop talking about your brother's dick. So of course Twilight comes home and she's like, wow, Glimmer, you managed to set the house on fire and flood it at the same time. Good job. All right, so Twiggy Sparkle Dust undoes the hypnotism spell, and she's like, Starlight, bro, I'm not trying to sound like a mom or anything, but I left you alone for one day. And Glimmy's like, dude, I just wanted to prove I was the crunkest bitch around so you'd think I was cool. And Twiggy's like, man, you don't get it. Trying to prove something won't make people like you. It just makes you look like a dick, and there's a good chance you'll fuck up everyone's day. I get that you've had a miserable life, but shitty experiences don't make it okay to be a shitty person. Now you're gonna apologize, you're gonna clean all this shit up, and you can forget about those tendies. Can I still have the vodka? Yeah, of course, this isn't a prison sentence. So, it's the next day, and oh, Rarity, only you could turn a massive hangover into a way to be fashionable. If I could do that, I'd be on fucking magazine covers. I was like, dude, when I
believe
woke
it.
up, there was a trapdoor spider trapped in my back door. Fortunately, he was okay, but I kind of need an explanation here. And Glimmy's like, guys, I'm sorry for mind raping you and making you my butt slaves, but just know I only did it so I could cheat on my homework. And Dash is like, dude, I'm not mad, and we're still
makes it
friends,
all right.
but fuck you, you're an awful person. And Glimmy's like, look, dude, whatever Twilight and her stupid friendship lessons say, I know I'll probably never be part of your clique, and I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm a crazy bitch who's barely capable of casual social interaction. And they're all like, yep, you sure are. And that's why you fit right in.
Yeah. Good point.
It's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake. If the way is hazy, you gotta do the cooking by the book.
That's the lazy
You
town.
know you can't be lazy.
And even more.
Okay, so Twilight's like, hey Spike, let's go meet our good friends Rarity, Applejack, and Pinkie Pie at the train station because they're coming back from their trip. And Spike's like, okay, good. It's too bad that our other friends Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash couldn't go on that trip with them. Good. Keep going. We couldn't go either. Okay, well, yeah, obviously. I was born on a Tuesday, and my parents named me Twilight because... No. Hold on. That's too much. So the ritual is complete.
I love what he does with the
train
exposition.
is summoned, but when the gals get out, they're salty as fuck. And Spike's like, God damn it, it's one of these again. Why does everyone we know have so many fucking interpersonal problems? It's because you touch yourself at night, Spike. Dude, if that's how it worked, everyone in this town would have murdered each other years ago. So, Twiggy's like, all right, Spike, this will be easy. I'm sure they can talk this out over some tea and cookies, and if not, we'll just drag him down to the friendship basement and have Starlight fix him. Wait, I thought you just yelled at her about that last week. You know, honestly, I was just mad because I didn't think of it myself. So the intended guest bottom bitches show up, and Twice like, yep, Rarity pushed out, Pinkie pushed out, and holy shit, Spike, look at this. Dude, what is it? Applejack can write. No, I'm not gonna make that joke. Believe it or not, I actually have fucking standards, and I can do better than this. Anyway, since her master plan was thwarted, Twilight is forced to venture down the rabbit hole without her trusted Earl Grey. So she shows up at Rarity's, and she's like, bitch, what the fuck is going on with you and those two? How many times do I have to do this shit? And Rarity's like, darling, bro, I am so fucking distressed right now. Like, some bullshit went down, and my dainty ass cannot handle it. Yeah, and you're gonna tell me about it right now, or I'm throwing you in the friendship dungeon and you can be Starlight's personal butt maid for a week. Fine, since you forced it out of me. Hurry the fuck up, I've got important
with me, I guess.
To do. Oh my god, calm your crushed tits. Okay, so we showed up for the boat trip, and I was like so fucking cool about everything, but Applejack just had to pick today of all days to start doing PCP. So, me and Pinky still tried to have a good time.
Want to give it a whack, Rarity? Darling, of course.
Anyway, then Applejack got so hopped up that she had a dissociative episode and sunk the shit. Oh my god, you are so full of shit. You're going to the friendship torture chamber right now. Yeah, dude, you just said I had to tell you about it. You didn't say it had to be accurate. You win this one, Rarity. So, Pinky's like, oh my god, dude, that trip was lame. First, Rarity shows up surrounded by seamen. Wait, I'm sorry, what? You know, men who sail around the sea or whatever. What the fuck are men, man? Anyway, then I tried to get her to play with my stick, and she wrecked the boat.
All of the innuendo.
Twilight, why are we even talking to her? I don't know, man. I didn't ask for any of this. So, AJ's like, all right, dude, don't worry. I'll tell you exactly what happened in as much detail as I can remember. Thank God I finally get to talk to a sane person. All right, so Rarity showed up looking like a Titanic pain in my ass, and she was like... And then Pinky showed up, looking like a sugar-shocked lunatic as usual. Then I realized this was gonna be a fucking disaster no matter what, so I drank a fifth of apple whiskey, and the next time I was coherent, we were on the train ride home, and everyone was mad, especially me. I'm not gonna say I'm not disappointed, but at the same time, I can't really blame you. So, Cookies and Spike are back at the Sparkle Hut, and she's like, God damn it, Spike, how many times do these bitches have to get mad at each other for some poorly defined reason and then sulk around like a bunch of salty cum buckets? How many times do they have to learn not to get butthurt over some trivial bullshit? I'm so fucking pissed right now, I almost want to tell them to fuck off. Man, Twilight, shut the fuck up. Your life would be so much worse without those chicks. You'd literally be Moon Dancer. Spike, get 'em up.
Good point.
I just had an epiphany. So, Twi concocts another clever ruse, and this time it actually works because there's only one thing in the multiverse that ponies find more irresistible than tea. Twilight, where are they? Darling, bro, am I to understand that you're in possession of some delicious chicken tenders? I need my tendies. Where are my tendies? And Twi's like, sorry, dude, I lied.
Didn't know they ate chicken.
And AJ's like,
appreciate being hornswoggled into coming back here.
And Twi's all, Applejack, that is definitely not a word. Oh yeah, you would say that, you hornswoggle. Alright, listen, you dumb whores. I sat my sorry ass through each one of you recounting what happened on the boat, and while all your stories were different, they all had one thing in common. They were all bullshit. When I realized that, I was able to extrapolate what actually happened. And the answer is... who fucking cares? We're best friends, but that doesn't mean we aren't gonna do dumb shit and piss each other off all the time. Every time one of you has some stupid problem I have to fix, I'm like, holy shit, when will they learn the lesson? When will this end? But I realized something today. It never will. The ride never ends. Friends aren't people who don't piss you off. They're people who are worth forgiving over and over. Like, even if there was some fantastical ass pull of an explanation for why your boat sank, what would it really change? Who cares? Nobody meant any harm and nobody got hurt, so just drop it. You had a shitty day, but if you stay mad at each other, you're gonna have a shitty life. And AJ's like, Twilight, you are one corny bitch. But whatever, you hornswoggles are my best friends. Holy shit, what the fuck is that thing?
Oh yeah. Give me your booty. Yeah. Pirate AJ.
Okay, So, it's that apple time of year, and the eponymous Pony Clan is unloading some of Big Mac's special apple jam onto their good friend and business partner, Filthy Rich. But AJ senses some skullduggery going on, and she's like, Apple Bloom, did you sell off some of our apple crunk juice without telling me? And AB's like, yep, I sure did. Now that Starlight Glamorous Glimmers revived the Ponyville crunk scene, it's become our best-selling product, and we could turn a way bigger profit if we just supplied it to local businesses instead of making people come all the way out here to get it. And AJ's like, God damn it, Apple Bloom, this is a family business. Our ass-backwards traditions are more important than making money. But why's it gotta be like that? If we just ran this thing better, we could actually make a decent living instead of breaking our backs just to pay the bills. I don't want to hear none of that, Missy. You fix this right now, or you're only getting a half serving of apple gruel tonight. But I already only get a half serving. That's why I haven't grown a goddamn inch in the past 6 years. Then you only get half of a half, which is like 1/3 or something. I know you think you've got great ideas, but trust me, you don't. God damn it, AJ, you've never had an idea in your life. What the fuck do you know? Actually, I did have an idea once, and it was the worst thing ever. So, you see, Mom and Dad had just hung themselves so that the rest of us would have enough food to survive the winter, and me and Big Mac were arguing over who was gonna run the farm. Now, I thought I was a smart filly because I had ideas, but Big Mac always said, you can't plow a mare with ideas. And I said, yeah, that may be so, but ideas can make money, and you can definitely plow as many mares as you want if you have money. A case in point would be our old buddy, Filthy Rich. One day he asked us to meet him in town, and he was like, hi, Apples, this is my fiance, hard as diamonds. And she was like, you two look like a couple of dumb motherfucking hillbillies. Dear, remember what I told you. Oh, I'm sorry, that was incredibly rude. I meant that you two look like a couple of hillbillies. I understand that you don't have a mother to fuck anymore, and I'm sorry for your loss. That's not what I meant, but good try. And I was like, look, Rich, I know you're kind of a greedy bastard sometimes, but you're mostly an okay guy. Why in God's name would you marry this butter-faced tart? She gives amazing head, dude. I've got nothing else to say. I mean, how good could it possibly be, man? No, seriously, bro, she can suck the cork out of a wine bottle. All right, man, I can't argue with that. Also, she likes it in the bar. Yeah, now you're just right. Okay, hold on a second. Not to go off on a tangent, but like, what's going on here?
That's really the only explanation that works, though.
The gold digger here when she was younger, and my first reaction was, what happened to her face? This schnoz looks like a hippopotamus, and this one looks like a rhinoceros.
Yeah.
Wait, guys, I just got it. Guys, seriously. She had a rhinoplasty.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I like this chick, but I would totally
again.
ram her into the headboard every night while she rolled her eyes and posted on Facebook about how inadequate I was. So AJ's like, anyway, back in the day, we didn't have apple crunk juice. We just had cider, and Filthy wanted to sell it for us at his store. So I told Granny Smith, and she was like,
Damp apple jam jars preserve the flavor for moons, but cider starts to spoil the second it comes out the press.
And I was like, then why don't we just put the cider in the same jars as the jam? Are you crazy? How do you even put cider in a jam jar? You know, just like pour it in there? Nope, this is fucking crazy talk. Go tell Rich it can't be done. So I was like, all right, Mac, we're gonna have Granny declared legally insane, which will be easy because she probably is, and then we'll take control of the farm and actually start making some money. All we have to do is lure her to the psych ward at Ponyville General. And Mac was like, AJ, why don't we just refuse to work? I mean, it's not like she can buck apples herself. We have all the leverage in this situation. Just tell her that she's being stubborn and closed-minded, and if we don't get a say in how the farm is run, then we're not gonna help run it. Sure, she'll be pissed at first, but once she sees all the cash flow from increased cider sales, she'll be forced to come around. That way we can do everything honestly, everybody wins, and we don't have to horribly betray our own kin. Oh my God, Big Mac, shut up, you talk too much. And Apple's like, wait, you tried to take control of the farm by staging a coup? And AJ's like, hey, we don't use words with silent letters in this house. Come on, man, be cool. Anyway, So we got Granny to the hospital, but she got drunk on rubbing alcohol and wandered out. And I was like, okay, Mac, you pretend to be Granny while I go find her and bring her back. Why do I need to pretend to be her? If we just split up and look for her, it'll be quicker and we won't. God damn it, Big Mac, you never listen to me. It's always blah, blah, blah. But this is the dumbest thing. Quit flapping your gums and help me with my genius plan. Unfortunately, Big Mac was so butthurt after I yelled at him that the nurses thought he had ass cancer and they rushed him into surgery while I was looking for Granny. Now, when I found her, she was in a supply closet drinking all the cleaning fluid, and she got so trashed she thought she was a doctor and stumbled into the operating theater. And she was like, now, you see, everyone says you need this big old thingy right here, but in my experience, they cause nothing but trouble. So I recommend cutting it off. That's when I finally realized that my plan had gone slightly awry, and I explained to everyone that this was not a doctor, but an old lady who just drank 2 bottles of Lysol. Anyway, Big Mac was so traumatized by the whole thing that he never talked again. So, I hope you learned something from that story, Apple Bloom. Yes, ma'am. I learned that sometimes people won't listen to reason no matter how well you present your side of the argument. And at that point, the only thing you can do is stay out of the way or your own granny might saw your wiener off. I forget what I was trying to teach you, but that sounds about right.
Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mamas
My liver, wow. Laughing so much it's leaving me out of breath. Waifus.
Okay, so words. Wait, hold on. Is it okay that we're just chilling here in the girls' locker room? Anyway, Misty's like, yo, Dash, how come you're bailing on us this weekend? And Dash is like, blueberry waffles, dude. Oh, God, do you have to, like, see some kind of specialist for that? Well, Pinky makes me blueberry waffles whenever I sleep over at her place. I mean, I guess you could say she's a specialist. Oh, I didn't hear the berry part. And Spitfire's like...
Meanwhile, I'm stuck here running trials with the academy.
And Dash is like...
But you love yelling and blowing, guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nickname is Swallowfire. So, Dash goes off, but on the way home, her butt pager goes off, and she's like, dude, Twilight, when is someone gonna blow up this house so I can stop being that table's bitch? Dash, that's really fucked up. Why would you even say that? Dude, you'll just get a bigger one. Even I know how this works by now. Also, Glimmy, what the fuck are you doing here? You get the whole finale to yourself. Just get back to working on your song collab with Lil Jon. Anyway, we go back to the wonderful thingy, and holy
I'm sure that would be
smoking
amazing.
waifus, what do we have here? Man, there's all sorts of adorable ponies going on right now, but only these two have plot significance level hairdos. Hey, why does everyone say Angel Wings here looks like an OC? Come on, guys,
Well,
she's
she
totally
kind of is
not
one,
an OC.
but...
Yeah, maybe the bow's a little iffy, but... Oh, wait, she is an OC.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it's one of these Make-A-Wish deals again. You guys are still gonna draw porn of her, aren't you? And Twi's like, hey, Spitfire, do any of your students have friendship problems? And Spitball's like, hold on, let me check this extensive catalog I keep of little feelings and emotions for everyone I meet.
Play
Nope, nothing I know
with
about.
Starlight.
Okay, yo, Dash, I got a class to teach in about 10 minutes, but I don't really want to do it. How about you do that for me? How about you eat me? I'll do it. All right, good talk. And,
okay,
don't
do
fuck
what?
up. So, Twigs is like,
Which
all right,
one?
class, the trick to flying is to move your wings down, but that's only half the equation. Then you have to move them back up, and then you have to keep doing that again and again until you want to stop flying. Make sure you're close to the ground before you...
Great lesson.
Anyway, they teach the class, and we meet our friendship problem. This guy named Sky Wanker and his totally platonic best friend, Vapor. Because, like, I say this to my best friends all the time.
Maybe I'm gonna hit the showers.
You know, I just make big, wet, googly eyes at them and say I'm so tired and that I need a hot shower, lingering with a hopeful yet demure smile before sadly trudging away when I don't get a response. It's best bro stuff. Totes. Like, this one here may be waifu of the week status, but Vapor's on another level entirely. She's a freaky bioengineered waifutron. Adorable, subservient, self-deprecating, and willing to sacrifice everything for her man. The qualities that every basement-dwelling perma-virgin looks for.
Not quite my type.
So Dashy and Twiggles realize the reason she sucks at flying is because she literally spends all her time blowing this guy, and he's bad at flying because he's never actually had to try. And Twiggle's like, dude, we have to get them to talk about this. And Dash is like, why? This is none of our business. Because we're here to solve a friendship problem? Oh, yeah. Right. You know, man, if you told me all those years ago when we got the Elements of Harmony that someday I'd be spending my weekends dicking around in other people's personal lives, I would have been so fucking out of there. Besides, this guy's a happy, selfish asshole. If we bring this up, he's just gonna throw a giant tantrum. Trust me, it's what I would do. Dude, just back off. I believe it. So Twilight's like, listen, bro, you need to stop propping up your boyfriend or you're both screwed. And Vape's all, dude, just stay out of this, okay? We're both drowning in emotional baggage, and the only reason we're even functional adults is because we have each other. And Twilight's like, I just don't get it. It's almost like there's no easy way to fix a codependent relationship.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? So they try to dash his way for a sec, but it doesn't work. Then Vape Nash blows the lid off her own game, and as predicted, dude throws a hissy fit when he finds out he's actually not good at the one thing he's based his entire life and all his self-confidence around.
Yeah,
I know, what a
that's
dick.
gotta
But
hurt.
don't worry, it's not all bad because we get a rare gem from this predicament, the fabled, highly sought-after double meme face. Yeah, anyway, Vapor hates herself,
That's a pretty
Sky
good double
hates
meme
her
face.
and himself, Twigs and Dash both blame themselves, and Spitfire just hates everyone because she's been jilling off to girly mags all day and has no idea why everything's gone to shit. Dash is like, well, dude, I guess we were both wrong. And Twilight's all, yeah, man, I guess so, unless we were both Wait, Dash, give me a towel. I just figured this out. Seriously, it's everywhere. So Dash and Twiggly split up and each talk to one of these guys, and they're like, listen, man, forget about the Wonderbolts. There's really only one thing you should be thinking about right now. Is this relationship worth salvaging to you? And they're all, man, you guys are like sneak attack therapists or something. Can you just leave us alone? Nope. Anyway, they get back together and learn from each other and blah, blah, blah. Their bond is stronger than ever. And Sky's like, you know what, dude?
Cute.
It doesn't matter if we become Wonderbolts. What matters is that we appreciate each other and ourselves. And Vape's like, yeah, man, I think we should just take some more time to work on us before we go worrying about those kinds of ambitions. Congratulations, motherfuckers, you're both in the Wonderbolts Academy. So Twigglywigs and Dash get home, and Rainbow's like, you know what, Twilight? I learned something today. What's that, Rainbow? Sometimes helping others with their personal problems can be just as complicated as the problems themselves. And there might not be a right way to do it, but as long as you approach the issue with compassion and good intentions. Yo, Dash, I know you just left, but come quick. Fleetfoot's got her head stuck in the Dizatron. Don't worry, I'll be right there. We'll get her out. No, I meant come watch. This shit's hilarious.
I'm sure it is. Waifu of the year. Not sure I agree, but she is really cute. So is Starlight. Lots of Starlight.
Okay, so Twilight's like, dude, Glimpse, thanks for helping me confiscate all these light novels and manga we found in Spike's room. Don't want that foreign garbage turning him into some kind of pussy, now do we? And
Yeah, I can't have that.
Well, I'm happy to help. You changed my life. And Twigs is like,
I may have offered some guidance, but you are responsible for the pony you've become.
and I'm like, hey, Twilight, that's fucking bullshit. However fucked up it may have been, you did destroy her life's work, which basically drove her insane. Then you completely demolished and reconstructed her entire worldview, and now you basically plan her life out like a curriculum. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but you have shaped the entire course of this chick's life for the past 2 years. That's Summer's main emotional conflict in this finale. She's not sure if she's actually changed or if you've just forced her to. But we'll get back to that later. Oh, hey, look who it is. It's Muffins. What? That's her name. See, it says so right here in the credits for Slice of Life. I mean, what else would it be? Anyway, Muffins gives Glimmy this letter from her former cult members inviting her to their annual Tequila Sunrise Festival. So she's a little nervous, but she goes anyway, and they're like, oh my god, what are you doing here? And Glimmy's like, well, you invited me, dude, and you thought that meant you could just show up? Well, that's like what an invitation is.
Yeah.
And Princess Luna's all, yo, Glims, what's up? Oh, shit, this is just a dream. Oh, yeah? Well, you're just... Sorry. I almost lost my shit there. You wouldn't believe how many times a night I have to hear that. Why are you here anyway? Because you're all
I believe it.
Sorry, man. I guess my depression's become such a black hole that it's actually sucking other people into it now. Don't worry about it, dude. I've been there. Besides, this is pretty tame compared to the dreams I usually deal with. If I can go a whole night without seeing anyone fuck their own mom, it's a good one in my book. Also, hey, would you mind dreaming about a bar? I could really use a beer.
Being Luna is hard.
Advice for me? Oh yeah, talk to your friends. They're all really cool chicks. Wait, that's it? You came into my dream to tell me to go talk to somebody else? Dude, I could sit here all night and spout a bunch of generalities about self-esteem and forgiveness, but I used to be just like you, and I know it wouldn't make a difference. There's no magical combination of words that's gonna erase your guilt. You have to earn respect from yourself just like anyone else, and a lot of the time it's way fucking harder. There's your alicorn wisdom. Now go talk to your goddamn friends. Jesus Christ, ungrateful fuck you. So, Glimmy's like, guys, I have a confession to make. What's up, dude? I hate myself and I'm terrified of failure. Oh yeah, we know you hate yourself. You talk about it all the time. Also, everyone's terrified of failure. It's just most of us are fucked up so much that we're numb to it now. And Twiggles is all, dude, Glims, if you're freaking out about going to Ozfest or whatever it is, you should just bring your best friend with you. Emotional baggage is easier to handle when you have someone to listen to you bitch about it. You know what? Yeah. That's a good idea. And Trixie's like, hey, Twilight, suck it! So they get there and Trixie's all, look, Starlight, I just wanted to say that you...
magically stole every pony's cutie mark, replaced them with equal signs, and forced them all to hide their natural talents?
Oh my god, why do you always do that? I'm sorry, I have regrets Tourette's. I just uncontrollably complete other people's sentences with things from my past I feel bad about. It was a rhetorical question. You've told me that 100 times. I know I have expository issues too. It's all connected. Shut up. Let's just go to this party and try to act like normal people, okay? So of course everyone in the village is super chill, and they even ask Glimmy to help with some of the festival stuff, but the only event she manages to cause is a giant spaghetti cook-off. Anyway, Glimmy's doing her walk of shame back to the Friendship Castle play set, and she's like, oh hey Pinkie Pie, how's it going? Bitch, I don't know you. And Glimmy's all, dude, Pinkie's been kind of a cunt today. And AJ and Rarity are like, Pinkie's always a cunt. So are you. You should really drink some bleach. And Trixie's like, dude, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think I'm your least bitchy. Wow. Jesus, man, you'd think they were all changelings or something. Yeah, right, dude. Yeah. Way too obvious. And Luna's like, bruh, they're all fucking changelings. So Glim Glam tries to wake up Magician Horse, and Triscuit's like, dude, you made me kill my hot box. And Glimmy's like, why are you getting this fucked up in the middle of the night? Because that's what people who live in trailers do, okay? Sorry we can't all live in a castle and be Twilight's personal tongue bather. Well, at least I know you're definitely you. God, I fucking hate Twilight so much, I hope she gets impaled on a manicore dick. Yo, Trixie, everyone's changelings. Oh my god, dude, where's Twilight? We have to kill Twilight. Oh, Trixie, you talk such a big game and act like such a badass, but when shit gets real, you scream like a little girl and toss away your last shred of dignity like a used prophylactic. No wonder you wanted to kill yourself after having one fight with Starlight. You literally have nothing. That's why I love you. Yeah. So, Glimmy uses those invisibility powers she normally reserves for episodes that aren't about her, and they sneak into the castle and...
So that's the explanation. Works for me.
The Queen is back, and in her signature style, she exposits her entire plan while the good guys are listening. See, Chrissy was pretty peeved after getting ejected from Canterlot back in Season 2, and now her revenge is finally coming to fruition. She's captured the entire cast of MLP, and after draining every last ounce of love from Equestria, she's gonna make them all supporting characters in her new sitcom. Think Family Matters crossed with the Alien movies.
That sounds pretty excellent. I'd watch it.
Can I do that?
And she's like, oh my god, no wonder this episode's about us. There's no one else left. Oh hey, Steve's back. Also, Discord shows up and he's like, fuck you guys, I don't feel like helping. And Glim Glam's all, dude, they stole your waifu. And kablammo, the mission begins. Discord, you're a
no
dick
stealing
when
waifus.
You have your priorities in order. I'll give you that. And he's like, oh, I guess we're doing this, guys. And Trixie's like, dude, we can't pull off something like this. We're not main characters. Man, if we don't get Twilight and her friends back, we will be the main characters. Wait, Starlight, hold on a sec. That might not be such a bad... God damn it, Trixie, no!
Yeah.
It's my dick in a box. My dick in a box, baby.
Wow.
Starlight, I'm pregnant. It's yours. Trixie, you can't get pregnant from hugs, even
all of the
tight
shipping.
Ones with lewd facial expressions. You just don't want to take responsibility. You need to stop drinking now.
Yeah. That about summarizes it.
Anyway, when last we saw our heroes, they had gotten kidnapped by Chrysalis, so these guys had to go find them. So Glimmy's like, dude, Discord, you're the most powerful guy in the world. Just fix it. And Discord's all, no problem, man. I'll go save Fluttershy and I'll grab those other bitches if you really want me to. Let me just, oh my god, we're waiting. Just do it. Look, this has never happened to me before. I swear. Just hold on a minute. Don't worry, buddy. I think they got pills for this. And Steve's like, dude, it won't work.
Nice.
Chrysalis has this swivel chair that's upholstered with
Well, no, it's
magic
still
faux
Steve.
suede that absorbs obvious plot resolution. Oh, well, that's just fucking fantastic.
keep that
Now we're all
continuity.
as useless as Trixie. Oh, you sound just like my dad. You're not good at anything, Trixie. You're not pretty enough, Trixie. You don't get special hugs and massages like
Poor
your
Trixie.
sister does, Trixie. So they sneak into the changeling hive through one of its many anuses, and Trixie's like, man, it's hot as hell in here. And Discord's like, yeah, but it's a dry heat. So we're literally walking into a hive full of changelings who, might I add, just prove that they're intelligent and capable enough to overthrow the entire ruling class of Equestria in a single day, blindly hoping that we can A, find what is probably the most heavily guarded artifact in their possession, and B, that said artifact happens to be something that we can destroy with our bare hooves. Does that sound like an accurate description of our situation right now?
Yeah.
Steve knows where we're going, and we've got the element of surprise, so just... And Steve's like...
I think we're lost.
And Trixie's like, well, that's great. That's just fucking great, man. Now what the fuck are we supposed to do? We're in some real pretty shit now, man. Look, let's just calm down and think of a plan. Hey, Starlight, maybe we can charm the changelings with our winning personalities. And Glimmy's like, dude, that's it. Look, we may not be the sharpest tools, but we're all definitely tools. We can't use regular magic, but there's one kind of magic we can always use. The magic of friendship? Nope, the magic of crunk. Trixie, you've got your smoke machine and your strobe lights, right? Yep, and enough booze to kill a horse. Specifically myself, but I can refrain from suicide till this is over. Sweet, Discord, you're on the mic. Think you can drop a decent freestyle? Man, if there was such a thing as a decent freestyle, I would be the guy who could drop it. So, Trixie lays down a fat beat with her smoke bomb light show, and Discord's like, it's the current year, motherfucker. MC Discord coming at you like that email reminder you set up for your mom's birthday. Yo, my name is Discord and I'm a Draconicus, so fuck, nothing rhymes with that shit. Doesn't matter, you can suck on my nuts. I like squishy pony sluts with squishy pony butts. Fine, I'll admit I get no actual action. I'm just spitting out the shit because we need a distraction. Anyway, the plan works, but the changelings get so hyphy that they drag Discord away and gangbang him in the form of 100 Fluttershies. But he's probably not complaining, and let's be honest, neither would you. So they're almost to the throne room, but they have to get rid of this changeling who's pulled a body snatch on Discord, and Trixie's all, dude, you go on, I'll handle this. If I don't make it, punch Chrysalis in the tits for me, alright? And Glimmy's like, Trixie, I can't do this. The last time I took on any kind of responsibility, I ruined a bunch of people's lives, and that was nowhere near as big as this. You don't know what I was like. Yeah, dude, I don't know, and I don't fucking care. All I know is that you're my best friend, alright? Look, I used to be a shitty person too, and back in the day, I would have been happy to see Twilight and her stupid friends
6
turn
years,
into some
yeah.
changeling
That's
fuck
amazing.
buckets. But right now, I'm trying to save them, and it's because of you. This is how we become better people, Starlight. Everyone in this world gets forgiven whether they deserve it or not. That's just how it works around here. But right now, we have the chance to earn it. I know you can do this, so if you can't trust yourself, just trust me. Trixie, also, if we both live through this, I want you to sit on my face. Okay, time to go save the world. So Magician Horse just straight up takes his bullet for Starlight and probably for the good of Equestria, but based on her history, I'm guessing it's mostly the first one. You know, Trixie, I may prod your asshole a little, but you're pretty damn cool. I mean, you're completely and utterly batshit fucking insane, but I'd rather have one crazy friend who's willing to die for me than 10 casual acquaintances who are quote-unquote sane. That being said, I still don't think Glimmy fully fully understands what she's getting herself into here, and she probably won't until
Best
a few
friends
years from now when
forever.
she realizes that Ponyville's entire missing persons list is just every guy who's asked her out in the past half decade. So, Glimmy finds the magic swivel chair, but then Chrysalis shows up.
Magic
and breaks
swivel
her
chair.
own neck in multiple places. And I want to state for the record that I did not find this arousing in the slightest. Oh my god, could she just keep spinning her head around and around in a circle? Because that would be the craziest blow. Hey,
Wow.
Glimmy, it's Steve. And he's like, hi, Mom. And Chrissy's like, oh, Steven, I suppose it's only fitting that you'd return to me disguised as a female. You never did have any balls. Then actual Glimmy does this. I'm like, dude, Glims, I admire your conviction, but I don't understand how you're gonna break this big rock with a smaller rock, because they're both rocks, and this one's bigger. Because she's like, you are fucked, my friend. You see, this magic imitation leather, and by the way, I didn't pick fake leather because I'm cheap, it's because I'm a changeling. Get it? Precludes any magical friendship bullshit on your part. You can't have any twinkly-eyed epiphanies and suddenly overpower me for no logical reason. And Glimmy's like, your throne may prevent predictable plot resolutions, but there's one thing it can't protect you against. Something that by its very nature can never be anticipated. And what is that? A completely nonsensical Deus Ex Machina. Give her some fucking love,
Indeed.
X gon' give it to you. Fuck, wait for you to get it on your own. X gon' deliver to you.
And then suddenly Steve was Neon Bambi, and I guess that makes Chrissy Bambi's mom, which is an apt comparison because she's about to get her ass shot the fuck up. So the Changelings have the world's most explosive group therapy session, and hey, everything's cool again. And Twi's like, holy shit, man, what just happened? And then he's like, you tell me, man, I just work here. And Luna's like, dude, Glims, I always knew you could do this. I could have gone to anyone in Equestria for help, but I knew you were the one chick who wouldn't fuck up. The only person who ever doubted you was yourself. So fucking stop that shit, alright? And Chrissy's like, look, I know how you feel. You don't have to. Would you just listen to me for like 10 fucking seconds? Fine. Look, dude, I know you just got your ass kicked and you're really fucking pissed off, but you'll be so much happier if you let it go. Trust me, I know what it's like. You wake up every morning and all the logical parts of your brain are telling you, hey, I should probably drink some bleach. Or maybe some of that crap you keep under the sink, that would work too. I mean, you could also just put a plastic bag over. I think you're projecting pretty hard right now. Listen, my point is that you're either gonna kill yourself or stop being a horrible cunt. And if there's even a chance that you'll go with the second option, you should do it now, because the longer you wait, the more crippling the self-hatred will be when you finally do. Look, I get what you're saying, but... Chrissy flicks everyone off and then literally backflips the fuck out of there, and Celestia's like, good try, Starlight, we'll get her next time. Anyway, what a shit day. I need a drink. And Glimmer's all, no problem, man.
I believe it.
I know a party we can crash. So they go back to this place and she's like, dude, sorry I wicked bailed on you guys. I was going through some personal shit. But today, I learned that sometimes you have to... No, wait, you know what? Fuck the speech. Let's get hammered. Sounds good to me. And Discord's like, yo, Trixie, sorry I was such a dick to you. You're alright. Yeah, whatever, we're cool. In fact, if I didn't have a waifu, I'd totally plow you. You know, that's really sweet of you, but I'm a huge lesbian. Yeah, I know. I think Glimmer knows it too. Now come on, let's go ride some flying pigs. And Dash is like, guys, what's a lesbian?
Wow. What a joke to end on.
Come on, come on! We gotta take the power back!
Okay. So, yeah, that did not disappoint at all. That was as good, if not better, than the first half, and it was all just really funny. I mean, several times during the video, I had to catch my breath. I was laughing so hard, and that's just crazy. But it was just really, really funny. This guy has a real talent for just being utterly hilarious, and he says he's actually drunk during the recordings, and that probably helps, but yeah, whatever the case, it's just brilliant, and I don't even know entirely what to say about it. Just all of the memes and all of the all of the insight, that really makes it better. That he actually makes these well-reasoned and insightful points about the characters and the episodes and just all of it, really. That's what makes it really good. I mean, I know he doesn't want to be considered an analyst or anything like that, and he really isn't, but at the same time, I think he understands the characters and the show better than a lot of analysts do, and that's really cool, I think. And that's not a knock against analysts. There are a lot that I like. I've reacted to several, and I think the analysis community is fine, and I was sort of a part of it last season, at least for part of it. So, yeah, not intending anything by that comment, really. Just, I'm impressed by the level of depth he got to with some of those, with some of the comments he made for the characters and just summarizing the lessons and just all of that great stuff. It was just really funny and really entertaining, and this was an hour and 22 minutes, but it didn't feel like it. It really went by fast, and I was enjoying every moment of it. Well, I mean, I kind of felt bad during that one speech about being a internet hobo, because, I mean, if he's the internet hobo, what am I, just but the guy who watches the internet hobo? And that's even worse. But, yeah, it was really fun, and just good stuff, and it also kind of did succeed in its stated function as a recap, which is kind of cool. It was nice to revisit all of these episodes again and just be presented with Season 6 once more, because it's actually been a while since I've seen any of these episodes, and some of them, like the latter few, pretty much everything after Buckball season when I stopped reviewing the episodes, I've seen those episodes a very limited number of times, really. Because at that point I wasn't watching them over again to prepare reviews, and I wasn't really even watching reaction videos for them that much, because I was more interested in watching reaction videos to other things. But that was just another cool thing about this. Just going through all the episodes again has me ready for Season 7, and I'm looking forward to seeing if he continues the series for Season 7 and reacting to those videos when they come out. Because, this was hilarious, and I'm definitely a fan of this guy's content now. Anyway, thanks again for 30,000 subscribers. Really, really appreciate all you guys subscribing and liking my content. It means a lot, and as long as you keep doing it, I'll keep making these videos, and, hope you liked the commentary. Let me know if you did, and see you in the next one.